Perfect. Well, welcome all of you to the next session of our Women's Wisdom and Impact Collective. And the real goal with this is to bring women together to be sharing the wonderful things that we're doing, how we're creating impact in the world, and of course, spotlighting a few of you as we go along. And when I first announced that I was going to do this and I put it out there to my people of who wants to participate, I had over 60 women put up their hand and say, yes, I want to be a spotlight speaker. So it's wonderful. We'll be doing this throughout the rest of the year for sure. And so here we are. This is the second Thursday. And then we are also doing the fourth Wednesday. So, and if things pop into the chat that I don't notice, then please someone pop in and say something because I'm managing all these things. And so perfect. So as for those of you that were here last time, basically how this program works, we'll have four guest speaker spotlights that I'll do an interview with. We'll find out a bit about them, what they're doing in the world, and then we'll also have time to do some quick introductions and that sort of thing. And last time we had a pretty good discussion. We went off on the tangent of Substack. So I think people learned a bit about Substack last time, and we'll see what comes out of the all of our talks today. So first, I just love to do kind of a quick around the room of who's here and just really like 30 seconds at the most of who you are, where you are, what you're passionate about, and I will keep letting people in. So looking at my screen, I have got Laura Patterson first. So tell us about you.
Hi, everybody. And gosh, welcome, Melissa from Australia. We're wrapping up our day and you're just getting started. Thanks for joining us. So, I'm Laura Patterson, and I am privileged to be in Leadership Global, and it's great to see Linda here. And I am an entrepreneur, author, and speaker, and I've been at the helm of Vision Edge Marketing, a customer-centric growth strategy firm, since I founded it in 1999. And we basically work with B2B mid-market and larger companies to help them retain customers that matter and find the customers that fit. To Kathy's question, I have a personal passion to help leaders replace random acts of things like random acts of marketing, selling, operations, measurement, all the things that stall our growth and sort of distract us from getting the things done that we need to do. That's me.
Perfect. Thank you. And just to remind everyone, feel free to put all your contact information into the chat as well. A big part of why we're here is so that you can meet each other, connect with each other, collaborate, get to know each other, all those things. So feel free to do that. And the next one up on my screen is Montri. Tell us all about you in 30 seconds.
Oh, hello, everybody. I'm Montri Rucker Adams. I am zooming in from Houston, Texas. And my company is Visibility Marketing, and we have been around since 2000. Right now, we're working on risk mitigation for data centers. We're mostly a communication stakeholder engagement company. And what I'm passionate about is helping disadvantaged communities in every way, shape, or form. And there are a lot of them, a lot of us available. So, I never get tired, and it never goes without a lot of work because many people are disadvantaged. And so there are opportunities to help them move forward and move out of their current state.
Perfect. Thank you. Next up is Sue, Sue Maitland.
Okay, there we go. Hi, everyone. Lovely to be here. I'm a professional coach, but I'm also a workshop leader, online course creator, and community leader. And what I'm really passionate about is helping people overcome their inner critic and basically live up to their full potential, figure out what it means to actually silence that inner critic, or at least manage it, and not allow imposter phenomenon, shall we say, to hold you back. And it's something I lived with for decades before I realized about it. And now I'm passionate about helping other people recognize it and then telling them what they can do about it. That's me.
Perfect. And Sue is with me up here on the west coast of Canada. So
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, in Victoria, BC. Thanks.
perfect. Wonderful. Liz, how about you? Liz Coleman.
Okay. Hi, thank you. I'm Liz Coleman. I'm near Albany, New York, state New York. And I'm a transformational life coach. I take a holistic approach and we work on physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. And I'm doing a workshop on July 23rd and 24th. It's a virtual course. And I'm working with another coach who's a nutritionist. And we're just going to go on the angle of like how food you're taking in, how you're treating yourself physically, sleep, movement, all that kind of stuff as we enter into midlife and beyond. So, and I can put the link in the chat for that.
Perfect. Yes, please do that. All right. Up next, I've got Carla Knight.
Well, hi, this is my first time here. I am in right now rainy Calgary, Alberta. Yes, it is raining here. It doesn't snow all the time. Yeah, I know Sue Maitland and I was introduced to Kathy. I'm definitely in a midlife transition stage, trying to figure out my true calling. It might be writing and editing. That's what I'm leaning toward. I work in a middle school, so just limping along to the end of June. Also passionate about volunteering and community building and that sort of thing. So there you go.
Perfect. And the funny thing is, when Carla and I had our chat to get to know each other a while ago, we realized we grew up in the same
I
town,
know. That's
but
so
we're 10 years apart, so we never met. And neither of us lives there anymore. But that was a small world. All right. Next, I've got Hela, or how do you pronounce it?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's halle, like hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so I'm all about, I hear this all the time. Help, I'm overwhelmed by health fads. Does that sound familiar? So every day we are bombarded with conflicting advice about what to eat, how to live, and what is truly healthy. So think of me as your well-being shopper in your pocket, helping you understand how your environment, your food, your thoughts, and feelings influence your health and well-being every day. So I'm all about feeling joyful and energized without that little drop. Thank you.
Perfect. And where are you located?
I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Ah, perfect. Perfect. Another West Coaster. All
Mhm.
right. Now we'll go to the East Coast. Elaine, tell us all about you.
Hi there, Elaine Strom. I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is maritime East Coast Canada. I met Kathy through one of her multi-author books, The Entrepreneurial Journey. I am passionate about working with service-based entrepreneurs who are at full capacity and they can't grow anymore on their own. And together, I partner with them to handle their operational work to ease their load. I'll put my contact info in the chat as well. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Then we'll head southwards. Pretty warm. Colleen, how about you?
Oh my gosh, Kathy, it is so warm down here right now. I'm in Pensacola, Florida. I love your room. Thank you so much for doing this. I help women entrepreneurs and leaders streamline chaos, strategize for growth, and lead with rockstar confidence. I run a nonprofit as well as a consulting business, and I guide women to uncover hidden revenue, strengthen their operations, and ultimately close the $5 to $7 trillion power gap that is holding women entrepreneurs back. My genius zone is typically seeing patterns that other people might miss, whether that's connecting strategy, systems, or collaboration so that women can scale and grow smarter rather than working harder.
Perfect. Perfect. And now we'll come back over to the West Coast. August, tell us all about you.
Okay, nice to be here. And I'm in Montesano, Washington, up in the northwest corner up here. And uh, unlike most people in the program too, I am retired and I'm not looking to build a business. I'm looking to kind of just sort of really maximize the skills that I have. Like this is kind of the chance to put together all the things I've been working on and building before. And a lot of my passions are with connecting people with the land. I've got 50 acres here and getting, just figure out ways to make it happen as far as doing teachings, workshops. I've got ceremonies, which is a wonderful way to connect. And I think that's kind of, and I do writing, and I've got a lot of things I'm passionate about, just can't find the time. So this is what I'm working on. And yeah, I think.
Perfect.
Okay,
Well, we're
okay.
glad you're here. Great. It's
Yeah.
always great to see you. Let's go over to Dr. Sam.
Hey, for a little bookends of Pensacola. I love it. Good to see everyone. I'm Samantha Graber, also known as Dr. Sam. I'm a retired chiropractor who just could not take herself out of the game. And really, I love helping people see patterns in their health, help them build strength, help them figure out how they're going to cultivate this amazing body. I would say strong body, sharp mind for the future that they're envisioning for themselves. I ask people to take a moment to reflect and figure out if the 80-year-old version of you would be feeling like she's being supported by what we do today. And I'm just so excited to be here because I was at the last one. I had a chance to meet with a couple of you who are on here and just really had the best time. And Sue and Mindy are the people I got to meet with last, and I have another one coming up soon. So take advantage of meeting all these wonderful women and make sure you connect, and feel free to connect to me. I'll put my information in the box here in the chat. Thanks for having us, Kathy.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Alexandra, how about you? Another Canadian in the room.
There we go. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex, joining from Toronto, but love the coast. So nice to see the Maritimer there over Elaine. Maybe we'll come for a visit sometime. Anyway, so really excited to meet you all. I met Kathy as well through a group, and just had such a wonderful group of women entrepreneurs, and really enjoyed everyone who I connected with there, and I'm really excited to meet some of you as well here and see where things go. My main business is this one called Consulta. We're a network of independent consultants. That includes coaches and advisors of all shapes and sizes. And our mission is really to democratize great business management consulting for businesses everywhere. So it's not limited to the big guys. So we go find fantastic consultants and coaches and give them a home online and a way for them to sell their services through us and with us. And we're trying to build kind of an online community. And then outside of that, I'm a bit of a geek. So I just very much enjoy kind of small business and startup culture. And I'm always really excited to meet other entrepreneurs and people doing cool stuff. And I hope to piggyback on their ideas and success. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know many of you and hopefully doing some great stuff together.
Perfect, perfect. And we'll do one more intro and then we'll pop over to our first spotlight speaker. And Brenda, do you want to tell us all about where you're at and what you're up to?
Hi, so I'm from Melbourne, Australia. It's early in the morning here. I have a business, an activewear business that I started when I was 57. I've also contributed to one of Kathy's books so far. And also I've been a contributing author to 3 other books, currently writing my own book as well. We do a lot more than leggings. We're about building a community that challenges the outdated ideas about who gets to participate in fitness, wellness, and life. So myself and the people I work with talk a lot about, women at every age taking up what they deserve, taking up space, not making themselves feel small, and just having the confidence to know that they should be included in everything that goes on in life.
Perfect. We're so glad that you're here. Well, let's hop over. We'll come back to some other intros if people are able to come on camera in a few minutes, but I want to jump over to our first spotlight speaker, and that will be Linda Fisk. Linda is the fearless leader of the Leadership Global community. A few of us in the room are part of that organization and have loved everything that she's had going on. So Linda, would you like to tell us a bit about who you are, where you are, and what's new in your world?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kathy. I actually have a dual role of being the chairwoman of Leadership Global, which Kathy just beautifully introduced. And I'm also the president of an AI-powered ecosystem called CurveUp. CurveUp is an incredible sort of next level co-pilot for your business. Best way to describe it. It's just really exciting platform. I invite all of you to take a look at that. But I'm going to really concentrate on Lead Hership Global today because we are all women. And Lead Hership Global is where women of extraordinary accomplishment come together for growth that really transcends titles. It's a private, curated community that's committed to three things, really: purpose, profit, and personal legacy. That's really what we're about. And we don't just promise access, we promise transformation, which I heard all through the introductions today. So all of you have a place to play, I think, in Lead Hership Global as an expert, as a trusted advisor, as someone that other women rely on to help guide them. At Lead Hership Global, every single aspect of our membership is designed to elevate your leadership, expand your visibility, accelerate your business success, and ensure that you never lead alone. And I'm happy to report that we just had our largest 1 month in the history of Lead Hership Global. And we just literally broke our records for the number of members that we serve around the world. We literally have members in the United States, Canada, Africa, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, really everywhere around the world. And the reason why I think women are attracted to Lead Hership Global is that we transform women in leadership from the inside out, not with formulas, but with frameworks, not with more hustle, but with alignment. Because in my mind, the world doesn't need more busy women. We are all crazy busy. We are all flat out. It needs more values-aligned leaders that are recognized and remembered. And we're here to help you become just that.
Perfect. And I've been a member of Lead Hership Global for over 5 years now. So I guess I'm one of the OGs.
She is, and also one of the most helpful leaders in Lead Hership Global. So this isn't just another network. It's a trusted circle of women leaders. These are founders, executives, entrepreneurs, visionaries who believe that success is more than status, and leadership is all about impact. And if you know Kathy Dirksen, you know that everything she does is about helping women create impact and legacy. And that's why she's been such a pivotal member of this community, because not only does she form incredibly high caliber relationships, but she offers expert insights. And she offers really personalized support that you need to elevate every dimension of your leadership journey. And we have so many women like Kathy that are a part of Lead Hership Global that are deeply invested in the success of other women. And so we love that. We want to be a community where we're lifting each other up, we're cheering each other on, and we're supporting each other.
Exactly. And one of the things, one of the types of projects that Linda and I have been working on together has been creating multi-author books inside the Lead Hership Global community. So we released our first one last year. That one was called Lead Hership Unveiled. And now we are just getting ready to release the second book in that project. And that will be coming out on June 30th. We're counting the days now. So that's exciting. And Linda, you want to tell us a bit about your chapter and how you're feeling?
I can tell you, I am so excited about this book. It features about 30 Lead Hership Global members. And as the title said, Lead Hership, inspiring women leading with purpose. That's exactly what every single author of this book really exemplifies, is inspiring women leading with purpose. And I think you're going to find a lot of stories about transition, moving from tragedy to triumph, moving from pain to purpose embedded in this book. And even for me, as I look back now, I can see the challenges that I've faced throughout my career have been the launch pad for my biggest successes. They've taught me the power of perseverance, tenacity, steadfastness, and combining that with forgiveness, kindness, and grace. And I will tell you, of all the most successful people that I've met in my career, the happiest are the ones that had one thing in common. They found a way to contribute value to the world, and they are well rewarded for those efforts. So think about that for a minute. The seeds of your prosperity, your happiness, your success are often tucked away in a really surprising place. Your greatest interests and passions. And of course, simply following your passions isn't just enough. You need to find a way to make your passions pay, because of course we all have to live, we all have to generate revenue, we all have to have an income. And that means finding a way to use your interests and talents to contribute value to the world that is worth a monetary exchange. And that's really a big part of my chapter, is finding what you love. In order to have an abundant life, you need to figure out what it is that you love doing. And many times we try to do maybe what someone else is doing simply because they're successful. Well, the more you align with what you love doing, the more abundance you will attract in your life. And that's really what we talk about. And I will tell you, for me, a simple step to identifying your own personal passion pursuits is simply to start by recognizing what you love in your life right now. So take the time to literally create a gratitude journal or make a list of every single thing you appreciate in your life right now. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's the people that you surround yourself with. Maybe it's your colleagues. Maybe it's your lifetime learning and your ability to grow your skills. Or maybe it's just the simple beauty of nature that surrounds you. You will find yourself realizing how incredibly abundant your life is, and that what you need is right there in front of you. And so that's really what my book is about. Oh, well, my chapter of the book, I should say.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, it's wonderful to have had you here in one of our spotlight speaking spots. I know you've got to run off to your next meeting, but thank you so much for joining us. And we hope you can come on back to the next episodes as well.
Oh, you're stuck with me, Kathy. I'm not leaving the Wisdom and Impact Collective. I love this, the Women's Wisdom and Impact Collective. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a spotlight speaker, but unfortunately I do have a conflict at the half-hour mark. I have another call, but it's lovely being with you. I included my contact information in the chat. If it's helpful to you, you want to learn more about Leadership Global or Curve Up, or you just want to chit chat, I would love to spend time with you and get to know each and every one of you. Some of you I know, like Dr. Sam Graber. It's great to see you again. And I've had conversations with a few of you, but if you'd like to dive in and learn more about what we're up to at Leadership or Curve Up, or just what we can do to help raise your visibility and extend your thought leadership, I'm all in. I am here for it. So just let me know. And Kathy, as always, thank you so much for everything that you provide the leaders of Leadership Global. You are a phenomenal member and a phenomenal leader in the community. I'm super grateful for you. So thank you all so much.
Well, thank you for coming, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. So we'll pop back over to some quick intros. Remember, we're doing like a 30-second thing. So I'm just going back to the people that were off screen before that we didn't catch. And so we're going back to the East Coast. Beth, you want to tell us all about you? 30 seconds.
Yes. So I first met Kathy when our mother brought me home from the hospital. And Carla, you look really familiar, so I probably maybe met you in the hometown. Yes, and I am a marketing consultant, but I'm a strategist, which is a little more unusual. So I help businesses get right back to the basics so that I really empower solopreneurs to know what their marketing is and how it works and why it works. And interestingly enough, with the new AI models, you actually get a lot more traction when you are really clear about who you're marketing to and what you're marketing. And so getting back to basics is ironically even more valuable now than it was before.
Well,
Was
I'm
that 30
glad
seconds?
I was perfect.
Oh, thank you.
All right, now we are going to jump over to Maria. Maria, tell us where you are.
Hello, Kathy. Hello, everybody. I'm located in Guatemala. I'm a solution architect and working consultancy and a lot of project management for Xerox and HCL Technologies. My passions, I think one of my passions is women empowerment and also leadership. I'm also passionate about communication. And I think that growing within a global community strengthens your identity, strengthens your brand, and gives you a broader vision. So I'm really thankful to be sharing here with everybody, and I'm open to learn more about what everybody's bringing to this room. Thank you, Kathy.
Welcome, welcome. And then we will jump over to the other side of the world. Melissa, smile. Tell us about you.
Hey, beautiful people. So I'm a native New Yorker living in Melbourne, Australia. So Go New York is still happening over here. Go Knicks. Saw that, watching intently. Yes, right. Whoa, we can't wait. So I work in early childhood education through music and movement, speaking, and educator support. What I'm most passionate about is helping children and adults and adults around them feel more connected, confident, and joyful through simple, meaningful interactions. I love exploring how music can be a powerful tool for relationships, well-being, learning, and I'm looking forward to connecting with everyone today. That's my 30 seconds.
Perfect. All right. And reminding everyone again to put their contact information in the chat and to do your best to connect with the other ladies in the group. Let's go over to Stephanie. Tell us all about you.
Hi, well, I'm Stephanie Jeffries. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And can you hear me first?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. And so I met you, Kathy, through Victoria, and I've been following you since, and regarding book chapters and whatnot. But I'm here to partake and just absorb right now. I'm like Linda was talking, I'm going through the transition where I went through the blind trust with myself, closing out a 37-year chapter in corporate America, Verizon, HCL Tech. And so now it's been like finding myself on my own terms and what it is that I bring, because I've built highways, right? I started in 1988. And so I sit now and I think, and I take in all the work that I've put in, and how do I share this with you ladies, and keep you engaged with me, as well as not kind of get nervous because this is kind of new for me. So that's probably over 30 seconds, but I'm happy to be here and listen to all of you.
We are so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. And we'll go to another Canadian. Juanita, tell us about you and where you're at.
Well, I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. I'm originally from Ghana, and I met Kathy through a friend, Vancouver, and we did our first book, bestseller, second book. I've been in Canada. I came here on a traineeship with IBM. I've been in Canada for 36 years, and I've been in the tech world for 30 years, most notably being the first female and Black to be the head of IT for Winnipeg Police for 6 years. And I have to deal with all the corporate issues, not just with my intersectionality, not just even as a woman, but as a woman of color, as a mother, and as an immigrant. So I retired 2.5 years ago, and I'm just following my passion, my purpose, and my impact. So I'm very intentional in what I do. So I formed 2 nonprofits. One is called She Leads Manitoba. It started as a group because I'm one of the founding members for Women in Cybersecurity, and I'm the only one in Winnipeg. So I was looking for partners. I thought, why don't I connect with other woman-led organizations? So we did it last year, and then this year, one of the sponsors said, "Are you not doing it again? It was so good." So now we got it into that. And then I have Canadian Immigrant Professional Alliance, just helping immigrants move from survivor jobs to their real jobs, mainly, women, immigrants, who are doctors, accountants, and doing survivor jobs. I also have my consulting, which is DSI, Dynamic Solutions International, bringing people together to bid. So I teach part-time at the University of Winnipeg. I do workshops. I'm busier than ever. I also support the Girls Up Queens UN Foundation from Ghana. So I help them with their boot camp and young women in high school. I send sanitary pads, and I'm just living my moment right now.
You're busier now in retirement.
That's all I can say. I can go on and on, but
Wonderful. Well, let's see now. Mindy and Hillary, are you able to speak or come on camera? Or are you just...
I'm waiting to get my mother a car to an appointment, so if I can go afterwards, that'd be great.
All right, well, just let me know when you're ready. See, Mindy's unmuted.
Hi, I just got in. Hello, everyone. I can hardly see everyone from my phone, but I'm here in Atlanta visiting a dear friend of mine and visiting some other friends and clients that I've worked with. But I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and thank you so much for having me, Kathy. I think I will just do a quick intro because I know I'm going to be spotlighted at your next meeting, but I'm a life coach for women. I love working with women entrepreneurs, helping busy women slow down and align their work with what they absolutely love, what they started it for in the first place. And I have a special heart for young women on the rise and helping them with empowerment and choosing themselves like I did many years ago when I left tech to choose my passion. So I will leave you all there. Nice to see everyone and loved hearing about everyone.
Perfect. We're glad you made it. Oh, and here comes Doris back. 1 second. All right, let's hop over to, we've got a couple more of our spotlight speakers, and they both have an East Coast connection in the Big Apple. And first, we're going to go to Veronique, who is from the Big Apple, but also from France. And where are you right now?
Ah, you'd like to know. I'm calling from Paris tonight, so it's a little over like what 11:30 at night. I started my day at 5:30, so it's been a long day. But I'm so happy to be with you. Thank you so much, Kathy, for inviting me.
Well, I'm glad you're able to make it and be one of our spotlight speakers. So tell us about what you've been working on lately. What's taken you back over to France?
Oh, so my passion, what really brings me alive, is to create transformations that create value. We talked about that a little bit with Linda today. So originally my career was as a strategist, and now I have the pleasure to do it as a coach, as a mentor, and I'm an expert in reinvention. And so, but I'm in Paris because I'm also developing an innovation that reinvents collaboration, because I believe that each of us is unique and we are invited more and more to really rediscover who we are and our own assets and contribute from that. And basically by ourselves, we can't do anything. So we have to collaborate, we have to contribute and collaborate. So this is the first step. The proof of concept is financed by the Agency of Research, the National Agency of Research. So I'm here with my team to start the first step. So that's fascinating. But coming back to, I think, what I can share with you more tonight is really my dedication to helping women reinvent. And in this context, the context that I don't need to remind you of, everything that's happening at the speed of light and the level of unpredictability about our future, I want to say reinvention is not optional. Like, some of you are facing transition, but embrace it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself. And I've been, this is actually through my own transformation, not chosen at first. 5 years ago, I really went through a health challenge that stuck me, and I was kind of forced to no longer operate the way that I had always operated. And now that on the other side of it, I want to say that it's the best time of my life, because I am everything I am, everything I do is one and the same, and I just have the biggest time of my life right now. I work with people I love. Yes, thank you so much for sending all this hearts. I receive it. I got to write co-write a book with Kathy. I'm a Leadership Global member. I recognize Laura here. This is a world of creativity. So through my own transformation and crossing with my experience as a strategist, really an expert in value creation and transformation of big organizations, I really discovered personal transformation and business transformation work in the same way. So I created this framework that is very, very effective. And I call it the 4 questions to reinvention. And I can give you those 4 questions. You can start igniting things in your own way. And of course, if you'd like to, have a conversation, you can always reach out to me. I'll put my information in the chat in a moment. But really, the first thing is update who you are, update your identity. Who is it that I am now? The now is the question. We've been We're still a generation of people who've been on our way, on a career path for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, Well, it's no longer, I'm sure you know, it's no longer going to be the case. And this is good, but that's an opportunity to update. Who is it that I am now? So I like to look at it again, like, everybody's unique. Everybody has their own distinctive natural assets. That's what I call your DNA. And it's more than your gifts. It's more than your skills. It's really who you are. And so through this work, the first step is to know who you are. Like most of us, we go through life, we don't even know who we are or what are our assets. So that we don't know how to leverage it. Like it's an investment in yourself and you don't know what you invest on, right? So the first question is really, who is it that I am now? And it's giving you the gift to really pause and update. It's a time for an update, right? The second question is, what is it that I would love now? Like really similar to what Linda was hinting on a little earlier. I want to say it starts with that, and it's just as simple as that, but we've forgotten to dream. We've like totally lost touch with what we would love. We've been in the machine, we've been in a system for so long, right? So what is it that I would love? It's just reopening the heart, it's reopening your desires, and it's going to allow you to also, be more congruent in terms of the step that you're going to take. So when we talk about heart, and I don't want to get into the specific of it, but the heart-brain coherence starts there. Start living by the thing you would love instead of doing everything that you don't love. And then you're like worried, like, oh, why is it that I get sick, Veronique? Like, why is it that I'm grounded at 50 years old, right? So, so the second question is, what is it that I would love? And it's really the vision thing, right? And through that process, actually, if you allow yourself, again, to dream, to hear, like, okay, what is that I would love, and be more in touch with the desire, with the dream, really. There are techniques, neuroscience, quantum physics, that really help you start operating from that part of yourself that is already there, because you are receiving this dream. You're receiving this version of yourself that you would love, that is already there. So we don't go to the dream, we come from it and we transform. And through that process of transformation, actually the third question appears, which is a vocation question, is what is it that I'm designed for? What is it that I'm designed for? Because I don't know about you, but all this, what's your purpose in life? I was never able to answer that because it's a mental question. But through that process of transformation, it's really the real you that's coming through, right? So the last question is, now that I know who I'm designed to be, what's the vehicle? What's the vehicle of my expression and contribution to the world? And that's the business DNA, right? And then I help you build it. So really what I help women do, and what I'm very passionate about doing, is really helping you align life to business and operating from a place of pure congruency. And I'm here to tell you, this is not just a formula. This is the code to life, to your life. This is allowing life to circulate through you again, right? And this is unkinking all the kinks in the system, right? This is removing all the blocks. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about that. I really love to work with women, because all my life I've worked with men. But I realize women are amazing. We're so creative. We're creators. Actually, that's the purpose of my work, is to help women become value creators and contribute to this world. So I'm working on a talk that I'm going to give like in a week in France while I'm here. And it's really about reinvention is no longer optional. Embrace it. That's what I want to leave you with. Like, really embrace it. Fear freezes your brain. Fear prevents you from thinking. Protect your nervous system. What is it that I would love now? Just start there. And if you want me to guide you through the system, I can certainly do that, and I'd be happy to. So thank you all. Thank you.
Perfect. And yeah, I had written down that comment of yours too, that reinvention is not optional. And yeah, when you said that, it just kind of really hit home because that sums it all up just in that one little phrase. And so thank you for reminding us of that and all of the other work you're doing. And thank you for being one of our spotlight speakers. It's wonderful to have you here, even though it's the middle of the night over there.
Of course. And I just want to leave you with this. Lean in it. Lean in it. It's so much fun. And it's not that scary, actually.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. We're going to go back to a couple of intros that we missed. And so we'll jump over. Let's do Doris is unmuted. Doris, you want to tell us a bit about where you are? Like 30 seconds. Boom.
Seconds. I'm in Florida, Southeast Florida. And I'm a formerly a financial advisor after several decades in it, first B2B, then one-on-one, and I was frustrated with the unnecessary red tape and complications and hidden agendas that industry lives by. And I wanted to unravel it and bring it direct. And that's what I'm doing.
Perfect. Well, welcome, welcome. And Hillary, I see you're back on screen.
Yes. Hi, thank you for understanding. Good to be with all of you. You're all so brilliant and inspiring. I'm so happy to be here today. Thanks for putting this together, Kathy. I'm in New York. Go Knicks. Knicks in 5. Woohoo! Last night was quite thrilling, as the New Yorkers on here know. After a multi-decade career in the law, decided to spend my time doing something that aligns with my passion that I did try to bring into the law, which is working with women. I love championing women and girls. I've been that woman and girl since I was little and, complaining to the men in my life. And I'm able to channel that now into my strategic consulting business called Minerva Turning Point Strategies, where I work with women entrepreneurs who are growing their businesses and want to move from chaos to calm. So I'm sort of the flip of Veronique's focus. She starts with the person and then gets you to the business. I'm already working with the person in the business and trying to get them to align what they want in their growth of their business to allow them to have a life of their own.
Perfect. Wonderful. I'm glad you're able to join us. And let's move on to our next spotlight speaker. We're staying in the Big Apple. And Sweta, welcome, welcome. Tell us all about you, what you're up to.
Next. Okay, out of my system. Thank you, Kathy, for creating this beautiful community that I'm fairly new to, but I feel welcomed every time that I'm on Zoom. And as a woman, one of the things I also do is teach trauma-informed yoga to survivors, incarcerated men and women, safe spaces. Women don't always have safe spaces. And, when we think safe spaces, we're thinking big, but no, in our daily lives where you can just show up. Like, Veronique, it was so nice to hear you, but now I'm feeling shitty about myself because I was like, I am so tired, stayed up to watch the Knicks. I've done 2 podcast interviews today, taught my students, done the grading. And then you're like, oh, it's midnight for you and you've been up since 5. And yet it feels safe to be able to say that. So thank you, Kathy, for all that you do. And to familiar faces, a big hi. And to new friends, hi. And to fellow New Yorkers, next. Breathe. I literally went back to Bryant Park on Tuesday morning, oh, we had a watch party on Monday night. What's happening on Tuesday morning? It was all cleaned up, cleared up. And then to me, that's resilience. That's life, right? People will ask me, you've been through this, you've been through that. How do you laugh so easily? How do you smile so easily? And I'm like, it's practice. I'm not a baby. I don't wake up with gurgles and gas, right? I might wake up with gas, TMI, but not gurgles. But it's the work. Everything is about practice. And you're very often, and it's not just in the West, my family is from India, that's my heritage. And when I travel back, yoga there is also about what athletic wear do we have on? How bendy are you? How skinny are you? And to me, yoga is just about being present. Yesterday I did an event for survivors. It was corporate career day for a big financial firm. So I was happy to see that. I was like, oh, you too care. Like it helped me recalibrate my biases that, there are companies, they're big companies, they're making money, but there are people in there who care. So and the reason I'm giving all of this background is I'll explain what I do, but I think I love to know about what people do. And just being there made me realize, like, no, a lot of us are trying to do good work in the spaces where we are at from whatever is available and accessible to us. So for those of you, I'm in the same boat who've transitioned from corporate to creating your businesses to leave behind an impact and legacy. We wouldn't be where we are today had we not been through those corporate spaces. Like in that, I'm grateful for the opportunity yesterday, but when I stepped out and I was like, oh my God, I'm so grateful I don't work in these 80-floor buildings with like 50 security guards and things like that. My nervous system feels very dysregulated. I had to go buy myself a gelato, but that's also an excuse. I sat there with the gelato. I was like, Shweta, you deserve this. So my name is Shweta Vikram. I live in Queens, New York. My family and we stem from India, but I've lived and grown up in 3 different continents. So I truly feel like a global citizen of the world. And it's such a gift to feel that way, where my identity is rooted in where I come from, but not really rooted in where I've lived. It's the stories, the people, the food that connects me to the world around me. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor, a grief coach, a trauma-informed yoga teacher. I have a podcast called The Grounded Leader. It's for any high achiever, which I think is everyone in this room, is, how do we lead from a place of balance? I'm an author of 15 books, and I speak professionally around health, grief, performance from a very holistic perspective. And oftentimes people will also ask me, like, you talk about grief and you smile, like you laugh. Like I was at one of the spaces in New York last week and I ran into 2 friends and she's like, hey, on the screen, your upcoming event is mentioned and it's grief. And we both laughed. And I'm like, that's the point. We can work with intense topics, but we don't need to be intense, because for me, it's survival. It's my nervous system gets dysregulated. If I'm always so intense about everything that I do. Oh, but it's not like I'm being preachy. I've been that. I've been in the ER. I almost didn't make it. I used to bounce off of walls. So, in trying to make a difference in the world. And Ayurveda and trauma-informed yoga especially have really helped me find my own grounding and anchor myself so I can help others. So I work with individuals and corporations to help lower stress, the sense of overwhelm, but most importantly, the work that's so close to my heart, aside from shimmying every now and then, I do break into dance moves when unexpectedly, is grief, unaddressed emotions. I heard Dr. Gabor Mate, he was in New York, and I think if I were to count the 5 gifts in my life, watching him live, hearing him speak was such a gift, because, he reminds you he's, I think, 80 years old, and he didn't sit. He was standing for 2 hours, gave a presentation, didn't look at a slide. And that to me is passion, right? And he talks about, how so many diseases would get healed if people felt visible. So when my clients and patients come to me, I always talk about how can I don't tell them, how can I make you feel seen? That would creep them out. But the way I work is helping people feel seen and heard. But that's an unhoused person on the street or actually a paying client, because so many of us have been dismissed. Oh, you look great. Like my clients who have chronic illness, they'll tell me, oh yeah, their own best friend or family member is like, oh, you look great. You must be doing well. Yeah, just because someone doesn't have visible signs doesn't mean they're doing well. Or, oh, it's been 3 months since your mom passed away. So yeah, do you want to come to this holiday gathering? So we attach these timelines, and then we expect it to show up at work, in our relationships, feeling wholesome when we're feeling broken. And what happens then? We pour our brokenness into the world around us and not even know that we are grieving. So I talk a lot about grief in the workplace, grief of chronic illness. Grief is just a response to any kind of loss, right? And who are we to say whose grief matters more? So really bringing that sense of equality, but also being an advocate for grief with a very sassy sense of humor. So I think that's about me. And oh yeah. One last thing, sorry. I am so excited to be contributing to the anthology Rooted in Resilience. The new one that comes out in October. So those of you who will be in the Big Apple, I promise I won't do the next dance, but I'll do some dance, and it'll be good to see you all in person. I'm very honored, Kathy, to be contributing to that. Because I do have a grief coaching, believe it or not, program that's called Rooted in Resilience. And I feel like resilience is again about practice. It's about rhythms and bringing ourselves back to balance. And again, I don't say this from this higher place. I used to be imbalanced, and then I realized I'm the one hurting. If we really want to be helpful to the world around ourselves, it has to begin with our own healing. So very happy to be here. Hope to be back for more of these conversations. I've been hitting the LinkedIn Connect button for all the people who've been sharing the links on there. And ooh, nice. I like people who are willing to dance with me. Thank you, Mindy. But yeah, thank you for creating this community, Kathy.
Well, thank you so much for sharing so much. And yes, I love what you're doing, and I'm excited to be bringing your chapter in the Rooted in Resilience book out into the world in a few months. So thank you for sharing that too. And for any of you that are interested in jumping into a book soon, the book that I'm just filling right now is called Intentional Perspective: Finding Joy When Life Gets Messy. So that one has men and women in it. And of course, they'll be sharing their own journey of how they've learned to find joy in their life and how they can inspire others to do the same. Because I think we can all agree that life has gotten a little messy. So that is one of the next ones I'm doing. So wonderful. I love all those spotlight speakers and everybody's intro. So we've got a few minutes. Does anyone have any questions for our speakers or for anyone else, or comments they'd like to throw in there? Come on, you guys. I know you're more talkative than that. Laura, you've always got a comment or a suggestion.
This is a great conversation. Yeah, thank you. And it's so nice to see so many people I know and meet so many new people. This is great, Kathy. And thank you for those of you who shared your insights and wisdom with us today. Really helpful.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions for our speakers at all? Kind of worked out funny how we had so many New Yorkers kind of in our speaking group. And for those of you that are, pretty much everyone here knows that the main thing I do is create multi-author books. And many of you have been in my books. Some of you have been in several books. And I just love the idea that we're able to share our stories to inspire and motivate each other and to really kind of add a whole other dimension into our lives. So thank you for joining us in this event too. So the next one that we'll be doing will be the fourth Wednesday. So that will be the 24th of this month. And so definitely make sure that you are registered for that one and come on in, and it'll be the similar kind of pattern. We'll have a few guest speakers or spotlight speakers, and then our intros and discussions and all of those other things. So perfect. Well, I'll let you all run. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.